Erev Shabbat Shalom. We're in the portion of Pinchas, the very, very end of the book of Numbers. And interestingly, Moses is about to finish and about to have the Jews enter the land of Israel, and he's going to remain back on the other side of the Jordan. And among the final mitzvot in the book of Numbers, the end of this week's Torah portion, he goes through the lists of all the offerings that were offered, all the public offerings that were offered in the temple. And it seems slightly out of place. And in fact, one of the sages in the Midrash Rabbah, there's a discussion as what is the great principle, the great verse of the Torah. And the first position is that of Shema Yisrael, Hear O Israel, the Lord is our God, the Lord is one. And Rabbi Akiva argues that in fact the great principle of the Torah is love your neighbor as you love yourself. Though ironically, when Rabbi Akiva at the end of his life is being put to death cruelly by the Roman executioners, he doesn't yell out, love your neighbor as you love yourself. His final words are Shema Yisrael, Hear O Israel, the Lord is our God, the Lord is one. But Rabbi Akiva's colleague, Ben Zoma, who was a junior colleague of Rabbi Akiva, but appears very often with him. In fact, he and three others enter into the world of mystical thought, and Rabbi Akiva comes in complete and leaves complete. The others lose themselves. Ben Zoma ultimately, unfortunately, the Talmud says, suffers from mental illness and has a complete mental breakdown, is not able to continue. And he says the greatest verse of the Torah is "Hakeves ha'echad taseh baboker v'hakeves hasheni taseh ben ha'arbaim." Each and every day there's an eternal offering. Each and every day you get up and you do your little bit. And all about that eternal offering, there's the phrase that says, Olat tamid asuya bahar Sinai, an eternal offering prepared at Mount Sinai. And our sages say, what do you mean prepared at Mount Sinai? You're saying you have to prepare it each and every day. And in these weeks, which we began this Sunday with the 17th of Tammuz, leading up to the 9th of Av, are times when we yearn and long for the temple. And our sages teach us that the first thing that happened on the 17th of Tammuz, which was this past Sunday, was that the eternal, the continual offering each morning and evening stopped in the temple. And 3 weeks later, the temple ultimately is destroyed. And the Sfat Emet says, why does the verse say, Olat tamid ha'asuya bahar Sinai, an eternal offering offered at Mount Sinai? It comes to teach us that when we have continuity in our lives, we return again to Sinai. And that is perhaps part of what the temple is here to teach each one of us. That when you have an Olat Tamid, when you have continuity, you're able to connect again to the Torah and to God and to the world around us. May it be a time of redemption, comfort, and blessing for us all. Shabbat Shalom.